بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد نبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Dear brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And welcome all of you wherever you are. I welcome you again with this lecture of your program Fatwa Life. The first question: how could the person break his fast if I have exams and I cannot concentrate if I'm fasting? First, we tell him to the Assembly of American Muslim Jurists, they have a decision. I'll give you the decision and then we'll go to the answer. There, that a person should always preserve the fasting and observe it, and knowing that intentional breaking the fast is from the big sins, and it is allowed for those who have difficulties, for the students, more than the normal hardship. Well, it does not allow to perform because of the length of the exam or the exhaustion when he thinks that he need that, but he need to make up for that day. There should be a real reason to do that. The hardship that's more than the normal, because no obligation except that it comes with some hardship. And they said but if the hardship is intense, that is beyond what a person could hold, then there is an ease, and the hardship brings the ease. And one of the rules of registration is to take the burden. So if the students reach that big hardship and he's afraid that he's going to lose, and all the effort he did over several months, that's when you have an excuse. But I want to stress in here, and I want to remind my fellow students, that you have to glorify Allah's virtues, that you don't take His matter neither with either extreme. Either don't be too hard and not to be too loose. Always be a moderator, a middle. Allah said, that's why we made you a nation in the middle. So don't be too lenient and don't be too hard on yourself. Some people, they are about to die and they refuse to take Allah's excuse to break his fast. But his soul does not allow him to do. With that, the Prophet ﷺ says, it's not if the exhaustion is bad in the traveling, and so it's not from piety to fast in your traveling. But if there is something you could burden, there's no burden, nothing wrong. It could be better for him than to break your fast, because it does the worship in the great reward, which is Ramadan, and he's fasting with the Muslims. And whomever go for any excuse, for any semi-excuse, he wanna break his fast. He could burden it, but he just use it as an excuse. Don't be to either side of the extremes. May Allah give you guidance, inshallah, and to make it successful. Can you take a medicine for painkillers after Fajr by 1 minute? Can you take the medicine of pain after depression and pain after 1 minute of the and it'll be, I might not be able to fast if I don't take it at all. If what you say after enter the fit, then your fasting is done. You have to make up for that day. But you have the excuse, so you could make it up another day. But if the timing of it is so, somebody said it's at this time 14 or 15, either an 8 minute more or less, and that happens between the different calculations in most of the time. So if you're taking the before the adhan, even because of one of the calendars, then hoping that your fasting is accepted and you don't have to make up for that day. But if you guard yourself with the makeup for the day, it'll be better to make sure you free yourself. But to be careful for yourself next time. Another question: does the fasting is the fasting mixed because of some steam that has some medicine in it? The answer: this is what the fatwa has been is different. Depends what goes to the stomach. That's why there's a difference. The International Conference for Islam, they differs, or they in one of its the 23rd between the asthma spray, the inhaler will not spoil your medicine, but the steam machine, it does break your fat because of the amount that goes into your stomach. They say the asthma does not affect the because it affects immediately your lungs, and what goes to the stomach is something very light. It's not even mentioned. Less than what comes to the stomach from even if you are washing your hands in wudu. But then they said, what would spoil the fasting? The, the other machines, it does break because the amount that goes to the stomach is way more than what is usually forgiven. So you have to check with the doctors first about the medicine they have to take. Maybe it will teach you during this on how to apply it. I mean, because of inflation and the decrease of the value of the currencies compared to euro and dollar, can I give someone a loan, a good loan? I give him with the local currency and tell him to take it a dollar whenever he pay it back. It will be in dollar. Or do I have to give to him in dollar? We tell him you should not do what you already said. The loans with its like but not its value. Give him the loan in dollar and take it back from the dollar or any currency, but they are the same. And the price of the day of not the day of paying. I said to the Prophet ﷺ, I sell the camels in Baqiyah. I sell with dollars and take a dirham, and I take the dirham and I take the dinar. So he alayhi salatu said, not a problem to take it with the price of that day, the day of paying. Can you take the zakat to my brother, even though my father is helping, but I want to reduce? Yes, given the zakah for the aunts and the brothers, sisters, it is okay. That you cannot pay it on the father, grandfather, and so on, nor the son, the grandkids, and so on. When it comes to their livelihood and your charity on the relatives, it is charity and كذا. And given it has a very beautiful feeling and take the hatred out. Someone is asking, a man has money, invested in a house for investment, then he sold it before the time, and with that one he bought a place. Now, if he has any money, does he apply to that money? The answer, if this man is a real estate agent and he bought the house and bought the place, he makes the zakah of the trade. He takes all the loans from those that he debted. So and the zakah is like 2.5%. We'll say it again. If this man is a real estate agent, realtor, he bought it to invest, he will do the zakah of urud. He evaluate at the day of after the time he added to other money he has, and whatever he has money from others loans that he need to get out, he detect what debt he personally has. Then he make the zakah, which is 2.5%. Someone said, I have an explanation, but the loan that you're hoping to do, is it the one that overdue, or is it about to get due? Maybe, brothers, you did not understand accurately of my expression that you have to, the loan that you, like you have with others, you did not hold it yet. You're hoping to get it, and you know you're gonna get it, so you take it to the zakah. But the one that you have, this is a different issue. Yes, you take it out of the zakah, except for the one that's long term. Except for the one that present for this year. Someone who bought a house, you have to pay a long day, that's over 30 years. Does he take that loan from his money? So 30 without zakah? No. He take it whatever the payment is so far. When is the loan is hoping to be paid? If it is on someone who's well and he is accepted, because if it is on someone who had hardship or someone who denied, it's not something you're hoping to get back. And if you could make a zakah on 1 year. So you don't. Some of the people they said you don't say zakat. It's supposed to at least for 1 year. The loan on the person, they have to take it out, as if it is long term, like the house's payments. Question: when I was 19 years old, my brother came in from. I used to tell him that the Jews and Christian is the fuel of hellfire, and they are disbelievers. And he learned that in school. I was very strange. It's not true. Are people of the book? We don't know they're disbelievers. I don't remember the ayat that say that they're but I was reading the Quran, but maybe I wasn't looking for the meaning. I'll just read and go over it. And I had some doubt. I thought they are not all disbelievers, because some of them they are muhadin and they matter to Allah. We used to have a neighbor who used to say that Isa is a messenger and Allah one, and Muhammad is a prophet. And you know the Muslim might be married from them, but he cannot marry from disbeliever, and therefore it is allowed. And we were ordered to be good to them and fair. So she had some confusion. Now I'm 24 years old and I'm married. I remember that incident, and I know certainty that they are disbelieved. After I looked at the thing, I have a problem with the accuracy of my answer. One of them is this rule, was trying the rule of the disbelievers. I'm from a country that had Christians, and we always indulge, and we don't see them as disbelievers since we were kids. But when we moved, I understood my mistake after that. I'm still suffering. I hope that you could give me the answer. I'm afraid of haram. And I know that there's certain things that take you out of Islam, and I'm afraid I fall into so many with ignorance and not aware. And this is what multiply my accuracy of my marriage. So please that you give us a good answer. The answer, oh sister, for non-Muslims who are in peace with Islam, with the piety, and to deal in goodness, the condolences, and to protect the rights of the messenger, all the things that that's how Allah wants us to deal. And you take the Islamic rule of the that they want to see, and we want them to see a beautiful picture of Islam through the actions of Muslims. So there's no doubt about this, that Allah Azza wa Jalla allowed us the marriage of the people of the book, and allowed us their food. What he did not do with other religions. He did not allow us the food of the Mujus or those who worship the idols or the devil. The other religions, besides the Jews and Christians, the Sharia did not allow you to pray with the image. And this is something that the Sharia has added. Allah says, so all of that, no doubt about it. But this is a matter, and to believe and disbelieve, and monotheism and shirk is a different issue. The rights that we give them advice, we tell them what Allah has said. Say, people of the book, come to a common ground between us and you. We do not worship but Allah and do not put partners with Him. And none of us will take others as lords beside Allah. If they did, said, bear witness that we are Muslims. The piety with the civilian or the does not mean that you mix the cars together. You confuse the monotheism of Trinity or to combine between the religions or to lie on behalf of Allah or the people. We believe what Allah taught us. The true religion of Allah is Islam. Whomever wants beside Islam, it will not be accepted from him, and he is among the losers in the hereafter. So if they believe like you did, then they are guided. And if they leave, they are in doubt. And they are disputed. They are split. They said, be Jews or Christians, you will be guided. Said, no, the religion of Ibrahim, and he was not among the idol worshippers. He was not a Jew or Christian. He was monotheism, and he was not from the Beatles. The first one, I'll pray for him, those who followed him, and this prophet, and those who believe. And Allah is the Allah of those who believe. Also, Allah said, some of the people of the book, they wish that they could put you straight, and they only putting themselves straight. Allah said, oh, say that Allah is the one and only. He did not have a child, nor does he have a God. Then every person will get, people of the book, don't be, and don't be except the truth. The Messiah is a messenger of Allah, and his word that he sent it to Maryam and a spirit from him. Believe in Allah and Messenger. Don't say three. It is better for you. Allah is one Lord. Praises to him. How could he have a child? He got everything in heavens and earth, and it is enough for Allah as a supporter. Also, Allah said that they have disbelieved those who said that Isa ibn Maryam. He said, worship Allah, my Lord, your Lord. Whoever put a shirk with Allah, Allah has forgive him. Those who said Allah is one or three, there is no God but one. And if they don't stop what they're saying, they're going to be severe punishment. And then he said about the Jews, and because they and their disbelief in the Son of Allah and their killing of the prophets. And with their disbelief and claim on Mary great lies and saying that they killed Al-Masih Isa. They didn't kill him, they didn't crucify him, but it was look-alike for them. So Allah described it with disbelief 3 times. And they said, no one will enter Jannah except those who are Jew or Christian. These are their wishes. Give me your proof if you are truthful. Indeed, whoever made his uh, say, oh, who people of the book, are not the same until you establish the Bible and one of the sins from your Lord. The one that supersedes everything behind it in the books, and Allah does not accept after Muhammad accept Islam. It's very easy and very clear. We're not going to lie on behalf of Allah nor on people. And by the way, the people of the book, they have the same meaning, that whoever did not believe the Christians, he will not be surviving. So whoever did not believe in the oneness of Al-Masih, he will not enter the heavens. We don't believe in that. Because Al-Masih do not mind that he is a slave to Allah, nor the close angels. Allah will gather them all. They said, I am the servant of Allah. He said, it's my Lord and yours, so worship him. And when Allah gathered the beginners and the least toward the day of judgment, look what this debate is in the hereafter. With قال Allah, and Isa ibn Maryam, did he tell to people to take you and your mother to Lord beside Allah? He said, praise all to you. It's not up to me to say what I have no right to. If I said it, you will know it. You know what's in my soul. I don't know what's in your soul. You are the one who knows the unseen. I did not tell them except what you told me to do, what you ordered me to do, to worship Allah, my Lord and your Lords. And I was with them as a witness as long as I was them. So whenever you if you punish them, they are your servants, and if you forgive them, you are the might. He said, Allah, this is the day that will benefit those who give charity, the charity. When the angel said, oh Maryam, Allah has chosen you and purified you, and on the woman's at your time, it said, no one, Allah is giving you glad tidings from him. His name is Masih Isa ibn Maryam. Is that prestigious or elite of this life and among the close, and he talked to people while he's still an infant, and he is among the righteous. This is our belief in Al-Masih and his mother. Al-Masih ibn Maryam, nothing but a messenger that followed the same messengers, and her mother is Siddiqah. They used to eat the food. Look how we're going to show them the signs. Then look when they're going to be doubtful. When Allah allowed him to speak, he said, I am the slave of Allah. He gave me the book and made me a messenger, and made me bless wherever I go, and asked me with the prayers as long as I'm alive, and to be good to my mother, and peace be upon when I was born, when I die, and whenever I going to come back. This is what we have truly about Isa. What you had in the past, you had an excuse because of ignorance. Whomever admit of submission to monotheism, and he is free from any religion that against Islam. So you had the admission of monotheism. So you have the contract of Islam. So no one should be disowned except there is the message that those who are stubborn, Allah said, we're not going to punish until we send a messenger. So if you didn't send us a messenger so we could follow your signs before we are humiliated. So Allah, out of His mercy and bounty, does not punish anyone except after the Hujjah is removed. And the people of Sunnah do not put anyone unless he brought something that there's no doubt about it, because asking people to repent is better than to see him punished. So, my sister, you are in good hands, and this doubt will not take you out of Islam, nor to take you out of Islam or your husband, and you can see the truth, so follow it. Alhamdulillah. And the scholar, they say, whomever reverted from Islam and he entered like Christianity, his marriage still exists, but it will be frozen during that period. If he embraces Islam, then he is still on his marriage. He don't need another contract. But if the days of Iddah is done, then the nikah is done. The disbelief that some people go through, then they ask Allah and they revert and they regret. They have no intention to stay on disbelief, not even get close intention, and they know. The sister, take out of the whispering of the shaitan. Don't let the shaitan ruin your life and your husband and put you in a series of misery. Ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make it easy for you, inshallah, and to bring you back in a nice way.